Hello and welcome to another edition of Arizona Express. I'm your host, David Lynch, and joining us today is comic book writer and enthusiast, Ralph Skrzypczak. How you doing, Ralph?
Doing great.
Now, I want to know about these comics, and I want to know how you fell in love with comics.
Well, you know, it actually starts like any great story with a tragedy. I lost someone very dear to me when I was young, and I didn't really have anyone to turn to express my feelings or anything like that. My dad took me to a comic book store, which was also a bookstore, but I only knew it as a comic book store. It was called the Daily Planet, and I found a comic book in there called Death in the Family. And at that point, that was kind of what happened in our family, and I started flipping through the pages, and it was a Batman and Robin story where Batman basically sees Robin die and has to deal with the death of Robin. And so here I was in the same situation, and now here's these guys, they know what's going on.
So
I could relate.
to you.
Exactly.
Perfect. So you get the relation, we fast forward in time, and now we have today.
We have Codename Eden, which is an independent comic that I put together with a friend of mine that I met in film school here in Scottsdale. And, you know, we spent the better part of a year putting together this comic book to basically give back to comics in the community that gave us like these great inspirations at, you know, for me in that moment of crisis at a time. So.
Okay. So I know there's a difference between good and bad comics, and I want you to tell us in a second. When we return, we're going to find out what makes or breaks a good comic book, and we'll be right back after this.
Stop! Please! No! Stop! Stop! Ah! Ah!
And welcome back to Arizona Express, and we're speaking with comic book writer Ralph Skrzypczak. Now, I've got to know the difference between a good comic book and a not so good comic book.
Well, the one thing I can tell you about a good comic book is, you know, you have to have relatability. As long as the story is relating to the people that are reading it, whether it's, you know, 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 70-year-olds, if the comic book story can relate to the person that's reading it, that's a good comic. A great comic, on the other hand, well, you know, we have layers, we have all kinds of myths, and most importantly, we have girls and ladies.
So now you're speaking my language. Girls, I can, in comic books, all day. So I like to ask you a few questions about the ladies in these comic books. Here on Arizona Express, we have a game called I Would Choose. So as a comic book writer, you would choose Wonder Woman or Storm?
Ooh, I'd have to go with Wonder Woman because, you know, it's just that whole, like, the original Wonder Woman, you know? She's the one that all the girls can look up to as the ultimate woman hero.
Okay, so let me try to trump you.
Okay.
Black Widow or Mystique?
Ooh.
And don't pick your favorite color. Pick your
Yeah,
favorite
you know,
lady.
you know, I'd say Mystique because just of the way that she can do all the things that she can do and how she can be pretty much anyone and yeah, work any situation.
That doesn't sound like a comic book question, but it is. Batgirl or Death?
Well, I love the bats, so I'd have to go with the Batgirl.
See, I would go with Death. I like the goth thing. That does it for me.
That is cool, though. That is definitely cool.
Poison Ivy or Supergirl?
Ooh, I'd say Supergirl would win that fight, but I think I'd go with Poison Ivy.
No, I'm all Supergirl all day. Rogue or Witchblade?
I'd say Witchblade. I like the weapons. I definitely like the weapons a little bit better. That whole touch and sucking your life thing, too much vampire for me.
And Catwoman or Emma Frost?
Diamonds are forever, but you know, kitty cats.
Serious? Over Emma Frost? Have you seen Emma Frost today?
Well, which one?
I mean, both if we have
They
to.
all. Have you seen what Catwoman can do?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay, I give you that one.
Hey, let's bring them both to the party, and then I think that's a good day.
This is why they invented Comic-Con.
You're right. That's exactly why.
For more information on the exciting world of comics, I want you to check out Ralph's website at MrEcomics.com. I want to thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you here next time on Arizona Express.